Okay, we're going to read some Blue Period now. This latest chapter has been out for quite a while, but I haven't had a chance to read it. Really looking forward to it though. The last one introduced their life on the university campus. They ran into what they thought was a fellow freshman, had a few drinks, but then of course she turned out to be their professor. And then the chapter ended on a very, very thrilling cliffhanger that tomorrow they were all to return and introduce themselves and their work. So there's going to be a ton of new characters. I'm sure only a few will be like major, but the series has always done a really good job of fleshing out even the more minor characters, even just other people in the cram school and the club and the exam and stuff. So I'm really, really excited to see all these new characters. I assume that's kind of the purpose of this arc, that we're going to meet everybody and we're going to see their work. It's always exciting to see the artwork of the characters in the series. So yeah, going to be a great chapter. Let's dive in. La 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 la. La 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 la. This chapter is called Baptism. The baptism, of course, being this trial by fire of showing off your work to all of your future classmates. Here we see Sensei enjoying a nice glass of wine and some revealing clothing and some edamame. I love edamame. Tomorrow, each student will introduce themselves and their art before the class. Either bring your works physically or show it digitally. You're free to go about it however you want. But it would be good to show things like your work history and the concepts behind your work. Okay, this is going to be really interesting. Not just to see the new characters, but to see how our protagonists choose to introduce themselves. What pieces stand out to them the most. This will be when your professors will actually get to know you. They only got to see the entrance exam stuff. This introduction is pretty much self-advertising. Okay. This is exciting. You can see all these little glimpses of their future classmates. I feel like this series always does a good job of really making strong character designs, ones that you're curious about just from the first glimpse of them. What kind of personality will this person have? Right in this university and registering for the courses. Okay, this is fun. I always like how thorough the series is in giving you the authentic art school experience, teaching you all of the ins and outs of this is what the exam is like, these are the technical details of it, these are all the different schools, these are the pros and cons, so how many people make it in. It never skims on these details, and it really makes a very rich feeling of really immersing yourself into this culture that otherwise, like, I'm not going to art school. I don't know what's up. So there's two departments, music and fine arts. The oil painting building. Ceremony in the music department. They see music students between classes, but be careful when getting involved with them. Because we're all dirty. Don't get your paint onto their instruments. This is just like a rule of the university. Just don't get your paint on the music students' instruments. There's a clear dividing line. Fine arts department is further split into 7 other departments, including the painting department split into 2 more. Okay, I see. Advanced Art Studies is in the other campus, so you won't see anyone from there. That's too bad, because that's the one that jumps out to me as like, what the heck is that? Like, what does that mean? I'd like to know. There's Advanced Art Studies and Art Studies. Include the specialized courses that you can only get into as a graduate school student. There's also these. Film, animation, art anatomy, art history, lacquer art, pottery, metal engraving, oil painting materials, printing and mural printing, dyeing and weaving. Amazing. You decide to go the full course of undergrad and master's and doctorate. Your whole 20s are going to spend as a university student. Scary, right? Hey. No, I only spent about half my 20s as a student, accumulating degrees and what have you. I kind of want to go back to school, though. Sometimes I just want to go back to school. Compulsory subjects and non-compulsory ones, but don't forget to register them. From April 12th, my birthday, to the 18th. Don't even ask what happens if you don't register until then. Number of credits to graduate from university is normally 130. Gendai isn't normal. Besides the compulsory classes, you can graduate with 22 credits. Producing artwork counts for 90. Wow, okay. 2 months of summer vacation, 1 of winter vacation, and 2 more of spring vacation. There are 4 years of classes. There's only a total of 600 or so school days. Wow. Dang. But, of course, that just means that's like a scary thing. That's saying for all of the other like 1800 days or whatever, you just got to work on your own. You got to make yourself work. It's easier when you're in class. It's easier when you have assignments. It's easier when you have deadlines. The rest of the time is up to you. And if you're going to get the most out of this, if you're going to keep up with your peers, if you're going to be able to work at the level you want to during those 600 days, it's all up to you. Have a lot of free time because you're entrusted with using that time wisely. It makes sense because in art, there's only so much instruction can do. The whole idea is that you're developing yourself as individuals. You're going to need a lot of time on your own to do things on your own. But you have to actually do those things. So we'll see. We'll see. Same for every university. We use these 4 years to create, to play around, or to study. Okay. Okay. See you all on 10 a.m. in 2 days. Don't ask what happens if you're late. Ooh, I'm so excited. Ooh, I can't wait to see the other students. The university arc. This is so thrilling. Okay. So he's going through and photographing all of his paintings. Pretty cool. Good process. Worth doing. Good to have digital copies of everything. I have a lot of paintings I've made that are not digitized in any form. Which is kind of annoying because sometimes I want to show somebody one. I tried scanning them, but the colors got all washed out. So maybe I'll try like photographing them better at some point. But yeah, I think that's good to have like a digital archive of your creations. Just have to choose which files to use for my introduction from my PC. Tomorrow's introduction will reveal to everyone in the class what everyone's abilities is and where they stand. It's a lot of strange people. Is every university the same? They can't be that strange. I'm really intrigued though. All of the professors especially so far have been really exciting, but I guess we haven't even seen the students yet. It could be even more exciting. Woo! His mom going full-fledged into art now that he's made it into the school. They have no room to complain. They have no room to say that it's illegit anymore. He's proven himself in every way, shape, and form. So all they can do now is take the plunge with him. Really pretty. Some things I didn't really understand. They gave a feel of, is this even art? It only gets so good about Picasso. The abstract art era. Let's dive into that too. Art is sort of like food that you can't eat. No need to pretend to like things just because you hear it's good. I really like that line. Wow. There's no need to pretend to like things just because you've heard it's good. I'm sure we've all fallen into that trap, though, of wanting to like something because we've seen it praised so much, and that we understand the praise, that we can understand why people like it, but we just can't like it ourselves. And it's frustrating, right? At least for me. I've always found that frustrating. That's like, why can't I get into this? Why can't I enjoy this? Why can't I find this captivating? To the extent that, yeah, I'll try to like fake it till I make it sometimes. But the analogy with food is good. I think, I don't know. But I am also the type to really try to like foods too. If there's a food I don't like, I'll try it again and again. If I have different opportunities, if it's prepared different ways, if I feel like I'm in a different mood, I want to find the time in which I can like it. I want to build my way up. But I know too that there's going to be things that I simply don't like with food. That's easier to admit than with art. It's just like a chemical thing, right? It's just like your body. I don't know. It's a really interesting line. I feel like it's not going to be a big consequential thing here. But yeah, he does sound like an art school student. It's a cool line. Okay. Probably not one of the better among the 55. I mean, judge from the artwork, that would be harsh. But I'm pretty good when it comes to things like talking in front of the public. Okay. I hope. You know, this sort of thing, it's like a flag. that he's gonna end up being way more challenged than he thought, way more nervous than he thought, maybe make an error or something. I kind of hope it isn't though. Like I kind of hope that he's able to just nail this part. Maybe what would be cool is if like Yotsuke, that's his name, right? His friend, has some real challenges with this, and this is like an area where they can help one another. That maybe he's a little bit further behind when it comes to the art itself, but he can teach Yotsuke, or whatever his name is, to present himself better, to sell himself more in front of a crowd. Okay. Take speed in consideration because people would be tired already. It's cool. Oh, what the hell? Excuse, what's happening here? What is our professor doing? Oh, she's the one that saved his painting. When he was dropping his mirror. She's the one that tried to help him when he dropped his mirror during the exam. Okay. Well, this is all very strange. The broken mirror. I was talking about it for a while. Oh, so wait, it was her fault that the mirror broke? Yeah, okay, sorry, I can't quite remember. Just remember that the mirror broke. Okay. Go there, I'll have to help. She passed 2. Quick look at her piece of the exam. Ahead of everyone else around us. Probably the type of people that can pass. Art of people who are good at it really is memorable after all. Just thought it was a cool piece. Face all cut in pieces. Oh, she remembers too. Oh, this is nice. Look at how happy the prof is too. Looking at this cute little interaction. This stuff does happen. People from the same room who end up passing remember each other's works. I like that. Yeah, that's cool. So the only comparison I can make is like in like Melee tournaments, you like walk past somebody playing and you're like, that guy's gonna go far in bracket. You just see like a second of their gameplay, but you know, oh, I'll see that guy later in bracket, and maybe they walk past you. This doesn't happen so often. This was more back when tournaments were very infrequent, but they were like big when they happened. So you'd see like a lot of strangers, a lot of like hidden talent, local bosses and stuff. Now everything is very much in the open, but it was a good feeling. Ooh, that was crisp. I bet I'm gonna see this guy later in bracket. And then, sure enough, second day or whatever, sit down right next to that same person. You're like, hey, thought I'd see you here eventually. It's cool. This is way cooler, though. That's the closest feeling I can get to this, which must be an indescribably personal and profound experience that relays your entire career working in art instead of just a Smash Brothers party game for Nintendo GameCube. See, being good at art also means that you have good eyes. I first learned about Dessin, you can't tell if any of the parts are out of place. Keep doing Dessins, you can eventually tell. This is true. There's been times where I've like noticed some artwork online, and I'm like, something seems weird about this. Something doesn't seem right, but I can't put my finger on it. I'm only good enough that I can sometimes recognize, oh, this doesn't seem right. I don't know if it's the proportions, I don't know if it's the coloring, I don't know if it's the lighting. Something isn't quite right here. But then I can ask Ashley. I don't know why I'm pointing. I'm just pointing to where she normally is. She's not here right now. And say, what is wrong with this? Why doesn't this seem right? And she can just like point at specific parts, specific colors, and be like, that's incorrect, this should be moved over here, this should be twisted like that. It's like, whoa, that's so cool. That's so cool. She can notice what's different. Hello, Kitty. People who act as examiners should pretty accurate guesses as to who passes. So they both are multi-takers for sure. I believe that I passed without actually having the talent for it, but I see. Oh, I love when he gets embarrassed. I love when he gets embarrassed because he finally recognizes, oh, I'm actually kind of good. I'm actually kind of good. He can't handle it. What the heck? They're almost late. She was apparently supposed to be in the bathroom. They rush into class. Wow, he already remembers their names too. Pretty good. Is he ready for today? Brought a script? That's so cute. Alright, so here it is. These are other professors, I guess, sitting at the table. Not really sure who all is going to be in attendance for this. There's Yotsuke. Oh, what a compelling character doing. Just his facial expressions and stuff. That look of seriousness. Ooh, I love it. Okay, so these are the actual professors. Before they were just the professor assistants. They were the assistant professors. Wait, there's another word for this. What am I thinking of? The TAs. They're the TAs. Professor's in charge of this year for the oil department. My name is Rose. This is pretty cool, because it's like they saved these characters, you know? We already saw a whole bunch of weirdos. We already saw some people above us in the power rankings of good art. We already saw people that we're going to learn from and stuff. That was all very exciting. And yet the most powerful characters of this arc, of this setting, were still lurking for this next chapter. I'm Neko Yashiki. Look at them. Tsukinoki. We only saw the artworks you submitted for the entrance exam. Looking forward to what works you have to show today. That's all. Whoa! This is exciting. First, Aizawa. Okay. I want to see everybody's. Maybe that's unreasonable. There's like 55 people. I want to see at least like 5 people or something, because this is just such a good opportunity to really play to one of the series' strengths of just making character after character that's unique and interesting and compelling, and having that reflect in that character's artwork, which is a really amazing thing to be able to do, to have characters that can make art that makes you think of that character, right? It's so good that it makes me want to quit. No, that doesn't matter. He cuts himself right there. Cuts himself off right there. That's really good. I'm here to learn. Let's just watch and see what kind of artwork my classworks can do. My name is Aizawa Ayano. Nice to meet you. Okay, it looks like we're really going to get in depth with like all of these characters, perhaps. Here she has like a corset sort of thing that she's showing off. Her outfit is outrageous. Failing the exam twice, I went to Tamabi for a year. This piece is one I made for the classes there. It's not an oil painting. That is not an oil painting. It's a 2-meter tetrahedron made out of straws. Using the holes in the straws, the shadow makes on this wall out of an elephant shape. Why an elephant? Elephants are strong. Whoa! People judge each other by their appearance, but I find that really ambiguous. Look at each individual straw. Your mind registers the piece is just a cluster of straws. Having a scratch? Elephant is a symbol of power being drawn by straws that have the outward appearance of being fragile, expresses who I am as a person. Get it? Okay, cool. A good start. I love that piece. I really do. It's the sort of stuff you would see at like MoMA. I remember seeing in MoMA, they had a room, there was a video installation. And on one wall, the entire wall was a video of an elephant moving around. This is why I thought of it, the elephant. And then on the other wall, I thought maybe there's 3 walls. Well, one of them is the elephant alive, and one of them is just a video of the corpse of the same elephant. It's like, whoa, bro, whoa, what's going on? Why am I in this elephant lifespan room? Okay. So we see just a couple one-panelers here. That's all right. Community itself carries an aspect of safety and fear, that vagueness and sense of danger in society. I'm really good about talking myself rather than something troublesome, something that properly makes you feel that energy is more important. Really like this character. This ghost shirt, messy hair. Can't wait to see more. These people. This isn't even about being good or bad like I was afraid of. Look at all these people. Look at all these weirdos. Ooh, I can't wait to see more of all of them. It's not about with what's in canvas number 15. Of course, not all of them, not all of them. But what? How do I say this? The quality is high? No. It's like they're adults. And I'm just a child who's nodding along without understanding anything. Oh, poor Yakun. Everyone is faking it. So, I was in arts. I wasn't in a fine arts department, but I was in an English department. And I can remember people saying that to me, because I never had this fear. I went in there totally confident that I knew my shit better than like anyone I was talking to. Because I am just that kind of person. When it comes to specific things that I really love, that is where my ego really flexes. And so I would say things in class. I would talk about the sort of things I wanted to write and my essays and the purpose of them. I would talk about the works we were discussing with this level of authority and conviction, and it was simply confidence. It wasn't that I actually really knew that much more than anybody, if I even knew any more. It was just because my ego was such that I was like, there's no way anybody in here knows more about Joyce than me, and that includes the professor. So I am just gonna spout off whatever the heck I feel is correct about this piece. It's just that confidence. That confidence makes you seem like you're in another dimension. And people would ask me, like, why do you know all this stuff? Like, not always necessarily in flattering terms, more like, you huge nerd. Can you please stop answering every question? Well, are you hunting? Are you hunting your mouse? Do you want to play with bubble wrap? But yeah, so it really just comes down to confidence. It's not that Yokun is actually different than any of these people. I think these people have just learned that they need to have that kind of artistic ego. And it's probably a lot easier if you have failed a few times and you've seen these sorts of people, or you've gone to other art schools for brief periods or whatever. But I get what he means, like, that if you don't have that kind of confidence within yourself, to think I am a unique, interesting individual and everyone should hear what I have to say, then the people who are just coming out and saying stuff like that are going to seem like a world apart. Okay. It's almost... Whoa. He brought in a physical piece. Nobody else seems to have done that so far. Okay, this guy's going to be main character. That's good because he's hot. No, he is though. Ooh, I'm excited. Oh, I'm excited for all these characters. I don't know if I like this artwork though. It was kind of edgy. Huge. It's amazing you brought that there. It looks heavy. I'm Mirai Yakumo. Nice to meet you. This is a piece I put for display for an exhibit last year. Paint the people I'm close with in positions of characters in famous artwork since a while back. Oh yeah, this is it the one that's on the cover of Death Consciousness? Is it? Or is that... It's a... No, it's from a different angle. It does look familiar. Honestly, this is my most powerful work. Ah, here we go. I just had to scroll down. Dead Christ by Philippe. Yeah. It looks similar. Philippe de Champagne. The Dead Christ. Christ doesn't have his arm down like that, though. His arm... Whatever. If you've already made your most powerful work, why come to university at all? He's trying to improve the most powerful. This guy doesn't really seem like an adult. This guy just sounds like another shonen protagonist. This is just another kid who loves painting. Professor is even visibly pissed off. Okay. Next is Yaguchi. Story had enough substance to piss someone off. So little substance I doubt I could even make anyone angry. At least I'm gonna make myself sound fun in this introduction. Yeah, make some friends. Make friends with all of these weirdos, because I wanna meet them. I wanna see what's up with them. Barely ever do anything until my second year of high school. Around the time we decided on career choices, I ended up seeing an artwork from a senpai in the art club who was super great, so I thought of going to art school. I think this story could piss some people off. Just his casualness of it, the flippantness. I don't have anything big to show like Moran said right now. 3 pieces from cram school. Oh, so this might make him some enemies. I don't know. It's amazing. You're pretty good. It's good. Please keep up this mood. Maybe this was changed, right? It's kind of vague. It's bond. Does it show the metal that changes shape after clashing with others? It's an F100, pretty big. No reaction. Nothing to comment. Do you know what kind of art you want to create from here on? I don't think that means he's awful right now. He always has such a negative interpretation of all the stuff people are saying to him. But, no. It's okay for him to say no, I think. Right? I think that's the answer, is to say, that's what I'm hoping to find out. That's what I really wanted to come to university for. If I knew exactly what I wanted to draw already, I could just do it. But because I'm here with all these other people, that's what's going to reveal to me the next level of my art. Maybe it was kind of a negative content. Still 18, we get to experiment a lot. Try various things and learn from them, okay? Alright, last. He's pretty flustered. I wonder how Yotsuke, I think I'm saying his name something. Yodatsuke? Perhaps? Yodatsuke? Every time I say his name, I think I pronounce it differently. But I wonder how his introduction went. We didn't get to see it. I was hoping to see that too. See what pieces he chose. Okay. Been here for 3 hours. Some general comments, and we're going to give you your first assignment too. This year's theme was too hiccuping. Too straightforward. We felt the students this year might be too honest in comparison. That in itself isn't bad, but you're supposed to have doubts, be more challenging. Can't be helped since you just got in, but you must doubt your art from the entrance exam and challenge it. Start by discarding everything you learned with the entrance exam. Art that you make for an exam isn't real art. You see the reactions of some choice characters here, characters that might become more major in the future. Exciting. In that sense, the homework for today has a pretty fitting theme. First piece, self-portrait. It's got to be pretty different than the entrance exam. What do you think, Kitty? What is Yokun gonna make? It's gonna be tough. Self-portrait? Miss me with that shit. I don't know, I guess I've drawn some pictures of myself. Kitty. Okay. The TA's hanging out. Just don't make straight concrete your bed. I like Sakurai Sod a lot too. I like all of them. You have your physical examination done yet? This is interesting because Yakun isn't here. Oh, here he is. Okay. I wonder if he overheard all of this. Seem like proper kids. Nobody was late. He's just obsessed with people being on time. Okay. I think he is just blowing her off. There's no way that Yakun is going to go hang out with friends when they have an assignment. I think he is going to go home and think about self-portraiture day in, day out. Oh, Yokun, always crying. Always feeling like you're a step behind. They said that to everybody. They said everybody needs to do that. Everybody needs to throw away what they learned in the entrance exam and start anew, to doubt their own art, to challenge their own art. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. All right. Another nice chapter. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Let's look forward to the next one, which could be out pretty soon, because it's usually every month, and we're about a month behind that we haven't read this in a while. So looking forward to more. Bye-bye.